Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Shaida Wizarat, and I would like to express my deep reservations not only with regard to the mineral policy that the government of Pakistan is bringing out both in KPK and Balochistan, but also the way that this country is governed. For example, um, in the year 2008, when Pakistan went to the IMF, the decision to take Pakistan to the IMF was taken by an American general, General Petraeus, had decided that both Pakistan and Afghanistan will be taken to the IMF. And then again, in the year 2024, when Pakistan again went to the IMF, the decision was taken by President Joe Biden. And now, with regard to this mineral policy, I was very surprised to note that an article was published um, in the Jerusalem Times, and this is from where this interest in Pakistan's mineral policy originated. And I mean, it's very shocking to know that American generals and Israeli intellectuals make Pakistan's mineral policy and take the decisions with regard to taking Pakistan to the IMF and other important decisions. What Pakistani intellectuals are, I mean, we have been giving suggestions for the last so many years, but nobody pays any attention to our suggestions to make Pakistan strong militarily and economically. And the fact that the timing of this proposal is very worrisome, because at this time the global economy is heading for a disaster, and it is expected that there will be a very serious deep recession and meltdown of Western economies. And at this time, to draw their attention towards Pakistan's natural resources will lead to a scramble for Pakistan's resources at the global level. Western economies, Western countries are former colonial powers, and they're used to, giving their citizens a very high standard of living, which is possible only through inflow of colonial transfers from colonies and former colonies, even after they have ceased to be colonies. So this is going to be very worrisome for Pakistan. And also the fact that United States and United Kingdom and along with India and Israel, they have been taking, they are not Pakistan's friends. How can we allow our adversaries and countries which have been hurting Pakistan's interests? For example, you know that the United States has just recently extradited Mr. Tahawur Rana, a Canadian of Pakistan origin, to India to stand trial for his alleged role in 2008 Bombay attacks. Then the treatment meted out to Dr. Afia Siddiqui, and the very inhuman treatment meted out to her for the last 20 years um, is really shameful. And then we also remember that NATO attacked, NATO's attack on Salala in the year 2011, which martyred 28 Pakistani soldiers and wounding another 12. And then also stopping the grants of Pakistani students recently who had been invited to study in the US by the US government itself, and imposition of tariffs on Pakistani exports to the US, and the involvement of US government in the assassination of Pakistan's first Prime Minister, Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan, as was leaked recently after the lapse of 50 years after the crime had been committed. And also US, UK and India's involvement in what is going on in Pakistan, in all the insurgency that is going on in Balochistan and KPK in Pakistan. I mean, these are just a few reminders to tell the people of Pakistan that this is the treatment meted out to Pakistan and the Pakistani people. And there are so many others, but I don't have the time to go into a lot of details. But the point that I'm trying to make is that to let our enemies, countries that have been taking these conducting these criminal activities in Pakistan, to invite them to Pakistan, to our sensitive areas, and to let them roam about and establish their consulates. It's very disturbing to the people of Pakistan. And also, uh, I think that this will set a very bad example, because Pakistan, it appears, is the only country which rewards crimes committed against the people of Pakistan and against the state of Pakistan. Other countries react if they are treated so shabbily by a country, then they react to it. But Pakistan, it looks like, is the only country which rewards countries which commit aggression and which martyrs Pakistani soldiers and inflicts, heavy jail terms on Pakistani citizens for crimes which they have not committed. And successive Pakistani governments have doled out Pakistan's resources either for free or for, peanuts. While the people of Pakistan, people of Balochistan, KPK, and Azad Kashmir, and other Sindh, and other, under small, under these underdeveloped areas, they have been suffering. They've been living very hard lives. They don't have enough to eat, and we are. Instead of taking care of the needs of our people, we are trying to help out people who have, and countries that have hurt Pakistan and who continue to hurt Pakistan. And every government that comes to power, and whenever it's faced with a threat to its power, it offers Pakistan's natural resources to Western companies and governments for free or for peanuts. The present government is doing it. The previous caretaker government led by Shahbaz Sharif did it, and the previous PTI government led by Imran Khan did it. And particularly, I was very disturbed by giving, this, when they decided to give this Ricodic project back to Barry Gold, because the arbitration that the ICSID had passed was based on corruption, and there was no need to accept it. In fact, we should have challenged it, but the government said that the $5.9 billion, I mean, that was made as an excuse. And not so not the PTI government, and also all other previous Pakistani governments have been using our resources to please other countries and regions. And also the fact that US and UK and Indian footprints are found in, the present insurgency in parts of Pakistan. And also the fact that you see US, UK, and India have been very much opposed to the CPAC, and the opposition was not only intellectual, but this has resulted in terrorism in Pakistan, which has resulted in taking lives of Chinese civilians, engineers, businessmen, and academicians. And if countries that are indulging in these criminal activities with the view to sabotage CPEC and with the view to, create a wedge between Pakistan-China relations, and if we start giving minds to them, and if we start opening up this country to them, then it is like rewarding criminals, and it is like rewarding people who are targeting Pakistan and who are committing acts of aggression and terrorism in Pakistan. So I think we'll be setting up a very, very bad example. So I would like to request to all those Pakistanis who want to make sure that Pakistan does not, commit some of these, acts that I brought to your attention. I would like to request them to please, let's get together and let's work on a platform and ensure that our resources are used for the benefit of the people of Balochistan and Sindh and Azad Kashmir and northern areas and KPK and Pakistan, Sindh and Punjab and the entire country. So please, let's start something together to ensure that the resources of this country are used for Pakistan. And this is what I wanted to bring to your attention. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.